Makes you think she doesn't belong here.
Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. The only way they can inherit the freedom we have known is if we fight for it, protect it, defend it, and then hand it to them with the well-taught lessons of how they in their lifetime must do the same. If you and I don't do this, you and I may well spend our sunset years telling our and our children's children what it once was like in America when men were free.
Welcome to episode number 148 of Gun Freedom Radio, where we engage, we educate, and we inform. We are brought to you by azfirearms.com, your nationwide hometown gun shop. I am one of your hosts, Cheryl Todd.
And I'm the other guy, Dan Todd. We have a great show today. The theme is every villain in every story wants the same thing, control.
Did you get that all in one breath? That was impressive, right? So you're just looking at me. Why are you just looking at me?
You cut my mic off.
Can you hear it all right?
No, I didn't. I might. I'm not saying I wouldn't.
Can you hear their
but,
podcast?
So yes, that is our theme today, and I will actually explain it as we go. Every villain in every story wants the same thing, control. I'm going to say that one more time, just so we know that we're all on the same page. Every villain in every story wants the same thing, control. So our family just enjoyed a weekend in Disneyland. Again, yes, we do love the happiest place on earth, and the opportunities our visit there afford us to just be silly and spend time together as a family and play with our granddaughter. On this particular trip, I found myself thinking about the comparisons of how fairy tale storytelling compares to real life. Does art imitate life, or does life follow art? One thing that kept coming to my mind is that the villain in each and every story is seeking to, in some way, control and enslave the hero or the heroine of each story. The evil queen wants to take the freedom and even the life of those who simply want to enjoy the beauty of life, love, freedom, and happiness. The wicked sorcerer wants to enslave or kill those who are simply living their lives. While some of the villains are male, some female, others are dragons or even snakes. The one thing they have in common is that they each want to reach into the life of someone who is causing them no harm and take something away from the other. Kind of like, exactly like, every real-life bad guy and every person and politician who wants to restrict your rights and mine to protect and defend our families, our homes, and our very lives in our quest to simply be responsibly armed citizens. The people who want to chip away at our freedom to keep and bear arms all seek that same control over your life and mine. They like to put a pretty face on it, as they call it, smart gun laws or common sense gun control. And they tell you it is for the children. But when they stand before the mirror of truth, their true intentions and their true face is revealed. And, my friends, it is ugly. They cast their spells using cleverly worded phrases and rhetoric to trick well-meaning people into mindlessly nodding their heads in agreement. They Pied Piper and siren call their way into the words that spew from our favorite Hollywood actors and feisty young politicians. And those of us who haven't fallen under the spell are painted with the brush of being small-minded social outcasts. What are we, the keepers of truth, to do so that we too don't willingly tie on our own puppet strings and become one of the rights restrictors' bobble-headed marionettes? How do we save our children and our children's children from drinking the poison of distorted history, and protect them from climbing the ever-steepening staircase to the dungeon of gun control lies? Our spellbreaker is one simple word to keep asking and answering, and that is why. Why do we have a Constitution? Why did our founding fathers include a Bill of Rights? Why do the 27 words of the Second Amendment include the clause, shall not be infringed? Why did the very first gun control laws come about? And why are the loudest voices that are trying to restrict your rights to self-protection coming from the very people who have 24-hour-a-day armed security protecting them and their children? Why, if guns are bad, do these people rely on guns to protect them? Just keep asking why, and you will soon see the smoke and mirrors, half-truths, emotional manipulations, and outright lies, the phantoms they really are. You and I simply want to live the promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We want to build our little cottages and snip off the puppet strings and live out the promise of a future filled with freedom. It is important to keep our eyes on the North Star of truth, so that we too do not fall prey to the spells of those who want us to fall into the deep sleep of apathy, and seek to enslave us under their heavy boot of tyranny. We must know the truth and constantly plant the seeds of truth. We must every day take up our shield of wisdom and teach the next generation how to use the sword of truth. Because the villains are many. The villains are loud. And because every villain in every story wants the same thing: control. Dan?
Well, I have a warning for the select few villains out there that in America, they don't win. They put on a big fight, but justice prevails. And
Diamond dogs.
From your lips to God's ears, I'm telling you, when you watch things, it's so easy to get discouraged and
Diamond
easy to fall
dogs.
into apathy and feel like there's too much nonsense coming at us too quickly that it almost feels like we're in quicksand sometimes, trying to correct the truth, correct people with history. It just takes so long to do that. And our attention spans are like squirrel, millisecond until we're distracted by something else. So it gets hard, but I like your idea that, in the end, the evil queen always gets pushed off the mountain.
They take us on a terrible ride.
Yeah, they do. Terrible journey. But, well, I think we have some amazing guests today.
We sure do. Our first hour, we have Congressman Paul Gosar, yes. He serves in the United States Congress as a representative from Arizona's 4th Congressional District.
What do you think?
He was elected in 2010. He came to Congress with no prior political experience.
What a great example
Yeah.
to the rest of us.
This one?
And Paul
Like
believes
this?
that the Constitution is the cornerstone of our republic and always pursues policies that allow for more individual liberty and less government involvement. Representative Gosar is also part of the Second Amendment Caucus. Looking forward to hearing from him today.
Second Amendment
We also have Mike
Caucus.
Sullivan. He's the Vice President of Riders United for a Sovereign America, Riders USA, and is a firm believer in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the rule of law, and government by the people. Riders USA is organizing their annual Celebrate and Protect the Second Amendment event on Saturday, February 16th. And he is here to tell us more about that. Our second hour, we have Caleb Krickenberg. He's a litigation counsel for the New Civil Liberties Alliance. Caleb has broad legal experience, often adverse to the government. He developed his principled opposition to the administrative state for his experience as a criminal
Desktop, yeah.
after witnessing one of too many prosecutions arising from
Moon
technical
Food or
violations
Autoloader on the
of
Instagrams came up with that one.
regulations.
He also made Freedom
We're gonna
Rings.
talk just today about the Black Sox fans. We have Tyler Izagiri, the president and founder of the Second Amendment Institute, a national nonprofit organization that focuses on educational advocacy for the Second Amendment. Additionally, Izagiri is a national field director of Students for Self-Defense, a national college program that fights for self-defense rights of college students on campus. Tyler is also organizing the first annual Defending Freedom Action Summit in April in Arlington, Virginia. And finally, we have Michael Woodland, the co-host of the Black Man with a Gun podcast.
Oh shit, Mike Woodland.
Michael also owns the Munitions Weapons Tactical. He is a certified NRA instructor giving classes on the handgun and AR platform rifle to provide a service to the community and organizations that care to pursue the continuing education of firearm safety and training. He has served in the military, and since his departure, his mission is
Military.
to pass his knowledge
Army.
onto the public through his journey in the Second Amendment community.
We also will have our Responsibly Armed Citizen Report and then commentary. All right, we have just an incredible lineup. I'm super excited to dive right in. Do not move one single muscle. Maybe go get a drink of water. Yeah, you could probably do that. Maybe use the restroom. I don't know. Whatever you do during commercial breaks. Stick around. We will be right back.
We're back with Cheryl Todd talking about the huge gun buying event at azfirearms.com. Oh, AZ, I get it, as in Arizona.
Yes, but...
Oh, or AZ, as in everything from A to Z.
Well, yes, that too. But what I'm telling everybody about is that azfirearms.com is having a huge gun buying event to buy your old firearms all across Arizona and everything from A to Z.
That's great news. See, my grandpa left me an old shotgun and it's just sitting on a closet shelf at home. So I can bring that into azfirearms.com and sell my gun?
Absolutely. azfirearms.com buys,
We ever
sells,
figure out how to
trades,
put
and
this
even
one?
consigns your old firearms. Any vintage, any style, military, long guns, handguns, hunting, or home protection. Single items or entire collections. We offer the highest value for your used firearms in a safe and friendly environment, staffed by knowledgeable people.
azfirearms.com is in Old Town Avondale off I-10 and Dyson Road. Come on down to the huge gun buying event every day through the end of the month at the biggest little gun shop in Arizona. And
This
for
looks
all
like
your
a
firearm
P.
and ammo needs, visit azfirearms.com.
I'm Rob Morse from the Self-Defense Gun
Great
Stories
patch idea.
podcast.
No one knows how to put it on.
We share stories about men and women who saved lives. Now I'm asking you to be a lifesaver as well. The Second Amendment Foundation protects our rights to keep and bear arms. They defend our rights in courts from coast to coast. Today, they need our help. Please go to saf.org and join the Second Amendment Foundation. That's saf.org.
Hi folks, I'm Don Carter. If you're looking for the biggest little gun shop in the West, look to azfirearms.com. They have 1,100 guns in stock and a knowledgeable staff to
New
help you
holster.
find just the right firearm for you. azfirearms.com is my
Right on.
hometown gun shop. You should make it yours.
Yeah, I forget who made this one.
Welcome back to Gun Freedom Radio, where we engage, we educate, and we inform. We are brought to you by azfirearms.com, your nationwide hometown gun shop. Well, we are excited to bring our first guest back on the show today. Congressman Paul Gosar, DDS, serves in the United States Congress as the representative from Arizona's 4th Congressional District. First elected in 2010, he came to Congress with no prior political experience. And what a fine example that is for the rest of us, that, we are citizens who have to step up
Yep.
and serve. I just really admire
Except for
that.
us. Except for me.
Congressman Gosar believes that the Constitution is the cornerstone of our republic and always pursues policies that allow for more individual liberty and less government involvement. Representative Gosar is also part of the Second Amendment Caucus. Welcome to the show. We're excited to have you back on, Congressman Gosar. But we have Dan here with us as well.
You're welcome to the show. Thanks for the great work you've been doing.
Thank you, Dan.
Fantastic. So one of the big news stories that I think really probably should be a bigger news story that I'm hoping you can kind of shed a little bit of wisdom on, since you are in the Second Amendment Caucus, is this New York gun case that the Supreme Court has agreed to hear or look at, or whatever it is they do over there at the Supreme Court.
Well, this is a case in which the New York law prohibits New York City residents who have handguns from transporting unloaded and secured guns outside of the city limits. This is going to be an interesting case that the Supreme Court has picked up based upon the right of the Second Amendment. But it's not just the only one. We've now seen a bill introduced, I believe, last week, that actually looked at additional taxes to ammo. So New York is a hotbed of problems with constitutional rights, and we got to pay attention.
Absolutely. We can never let our guard down. And I think when the last presidential election came around, and we all kind of had this huge sigh of relief that the person who was elected said, I'm for your constitutional rights, your Second Amendment rights, where his opponent was saying, guns are bad and they all need to go away in some fashion. I think we all relaxed a little too much, and we can never, ever do that, because the other side is...
Well, I agree with you, Cheryl. I agree with you, Cheryl. In fact, Nancy Pelosi made the comment that the president did go directly and cover that date last night, intentionally saying, that the president did not draw out the application of firearms with some of the tragedies that have occurred. And so it is a hotbed. So there's no insight to see that some of the most outrageous types of laws and restrictions on our Second Amendment will come out almost immediately. You're starting to see this universal background check on H.R. 8. I said it to most of my friends and colleagues. They're going to come after our Second Amendment, and they're going to come out of the box very strong. So we're actually seeing it right now.
And it truly, if they're not going after the legal avenues, then they are doing things like, let's just impose some taxes and make it sound all somehow palatable to the public that it's, for the children, for safety, something like that, which the absolute opposite is true. If we aren't out at the range practicing all the time, we're not going to be as safe and proficient as we should be. And so if they're restricting our ability in any way, shape, or form to be able to practice with the tools of self-defense, they're they always are moving the needle in the actual opposite direction of what they say they're trying to do.
You're exactly right, Cheryl. Particularly on in HR8 is making it, raising the age to be 21 before you can actually own a gun. Now think about this. What they're actually doing is they're trying to predispose younger people from acknowledging that their God-given Second Amendment right belongs to them. They're prohibiting them from even having that right. So you can see where they work and how they evaluate and destroy people's organized sense of the Constitution. So it's right here, and it's happening right and left, whether it be New York, whether it be the halls of Congress. The attack on the Second Amendment is full on.
It really is. And, you know, the last time we spoke, you and I were discussing how our veterans and sometimes our elderly veterans have been, their rights have been infringed with these needless laws saying, well, if you have your, some relative or some other person take care of your finances, then you're somehow mentally unfit to own a gun. And now there are these things that are cropping up that they sound like they make sense, they sound like they're well-meaning, but they're called red flag laws, or here in Arizona they're calling it a stop law. And I have to believe that that exact same population is going to be disproportionately marginalized under these particular things. Can you speak to that a little bit?
You betcha. So if you remember, 2 years ago, there was a push to take, and the NRA was co-opted in doing this, having the conceal and carry universal language applied to the fixed mix language. And this is what you're alluding to vulnerable populations, particularly our veterans. And what leadership did was saying, listen, we're going to join these two laws together. And that way, you get something, we get something, and everything will work out fine. Well, what ends up happening is both Thomas Massey, who's the chair of the Second Amendment Caucus, and myself, reached out to the NRA and said, listen, they have no desire to pass the conceal and carry universal application. What they're going to do is they're going to get everybody to vote on it in the House. When it goes to the Senate, what they'll do is they'll cut off the conceal and carry universal background carry, and they're going to go forward with the fix it. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And so then the fix mix was actually included in must-pass legislation, as I predicted. And what this identifies is it incentivized agencies by numbers, the number of people that are questioned and are removed from having a Second Amendment right. So many of the whistleblowers that we talked to, including our veterans, had no idea that their Second Amendment right had been removed. For example, if you put down, if you didn't pay your bills, you maybe put them on autopilot, that was one of the highlights that drew ire to you and attention to you to remove your Second Amendment right. You were supposed to get 2 letters and then a final call. Most of the people that were approached got none of them. So this expanded those criteria to veterans, Medicare, and Medicaid recipients. It passed it off, as I still espouse. Now, we're not going to be able to change that right now, but we're going to have to acknowledge those populations under scrutiny and work to their benefit. Our veterans, our Medicare recipients, Medicaid recipients, we got to reach out and make them empowered, not victims.
Amen to that. And, you know, that's one of those things is that, you know, if you are part of any kind of a population that's either a minority or marginalized in any fashion or could be marginalized in any fashion, really, you should be, all of our listeners, you should be on the front lines protecting and defending every single syllable of every single word of our Constitution and our Bill of Rights.
Well, Cheryl, you're so exactly right, because if you don't have a Second Amendment right, you do not have a First Amendment right. There's a reason why they're first and second. They're so entwined. And you look at the disastrous policies of past administrations like Mao and Stalin and Hitler. The first thing that they did to control the masses was get rid of the gun. The Second Amendment restrictions. When they're predicated to be dependent upon the government, then what ends up happening is you lose that person.
what they keep saying that would never happen in America because we have the Constitution that they're wanting to take away from us.
No, they're taking the Constitution. I mean, look at free speech. It's no longer free speech. It's always the speech that we condone that's politically correct.
Oh, it's so true. I mean, it's so funny how you'll hear these man on the street type interviews out there, and people are like, "Yes, I'm for free speech," and then the next breath they're like, "Well, except for fake news should be controlled, or except for hate speech." And it's like, no, it's either it's all free or it's all controlled. You don't get to pick and choose the
Dang.
bits and the pieces because
Appreciate
it's all
that.
subjective.
So it'll be a little while before I see that, but I appreciate that. So this is for the tactical quiz. So we're going to be doing a tactical quiz again. And I don't know what DKK is. Then this will be the various patch panels. So I've kind of made, I guess, 1.5, half of one here, and another 1.5. So I'm going to probably be adding a little bit more to these. This one, I think I'm going to try to add some stuff from places I've been on the tour.
But they're teaching the younger generation that we don't need this, that the government will take care of it. It brings up the socialist issue. 25 years ago, you'd get in trouble if you even mentioned the word socialist. What's going on with us today? I mean, do they want everything for free? They don't want to work?
Well, remember the wise words of Ben Franklin. What kind of government did you give us so you would ask? A republic is against people. Now, freedoms are not free. They come at a price. Our veterans, those that died, understand all too well. But we have to be taught this over and over again, that we have to be engaged in those constitutional rights. The other side is very good at polarizing us, isolating us, and dividing us. What we have to do is now take that mantra and to do it back. We have to engage people that are victims. We have to empower them. People that are empowered are vindicated and set free. When people are victims, they're dependent upon the government for a death and everything. The American experience is what we need to teach. And that shows us that each and every one of us has something.
Star Trek is where nobody needs to work and everything's free. So you just pursue your interests, I guess.
Who are grandparents? I said, this is
Hippie out.
about being grandparents. As parents, I've had 3 kids. I'll tell them they go did one ear and out the other. But that's why I bring my parents and my parents along, at least twice a year. What ends up happening when they tell a grandchild something, it's free, and they'll come to me like my son Gaston. There's a gramophone. And I would say, hey, Gaston, how many times would I have to tell you that? The magic of that thing, how we benefited from having those rights. How America gave us the opportunity. We got to instill that, and it means every single one of us. To the circle around us, to our friends, our family, that's what made America great. And that's why the other side is so good. They divide us from family. They divide us from our friends. They try to identify what's politically correct, and we got to stop that.
Wow, that's beautiful what you just said. I hope everybody puts that on the replay.
Yeah, so thanks for the ammunition. We have a grandbaby, and we've got another one coming, and that's good that they're going to listen to us. That's awesome.
We hope, anyway.
Tell you what, it's magical. I'll tell you what, hopefully it gives people a new bound in their step because they can make a difference. Think about what this country gave us. We've been the recipients of so much opportunity. Doesn't mean success, but it gave us opportunity. And that was magical. America, the United States is great from that. I can try something and fail miserably, but I always have a second chance.
Amen to that. Well, I know you've got to run. We do too, unfortunately, but I so appreciate this time. I've got to have you back on again soon because, especially with you being in the Second Amendment caucus, you're going to really be at the epicenter of all of these things that are brewing out there and maybe help us understand better as citizens what we
Got to
can
sew
do,
some Velcro on some of these.
to
But
help impact in a positive way. And maybe if you could leave us just as a parting thought, what is one thing, those of us that aren't grandparents that impacted that generation, but one thing that the citizens who are listening should come away feeling like I have a call to action, something I can actually do and help to impact positively the future?
Well, and to your audience, I know even in Arizona, we're feeling the pinch on the Second Amendment, and that's to engage our friends and family. All of us have family. All of us have close friends. And in the past, these have been subjects that the leftists tried to have us not have those conversations about. Once again, it's about the renewed vigor about being a solution, not a victim. And I think we've got to start having those conversations. How dare the government say we can't? We should, we must, we have to. I think that's a case, whether it be free speech, whether it be the Second Amendment, these are conversation pieces to be had with those around us. Because if it's not your voice, it's their voice. They win if you don't show up.
Amen.
There you go.
Well,
That's
thank
a
you
good
so
one.
much for all that you do. We'll let you get back to the good work that you're doing there on the Hill, and we'll have you back on again soon.
Sounds good, Cheryl. Thanks, Cheryl and Dan. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Congressman Paul Gosar. Fantastic. All right, stick around. On the other side of these messages, we have Mike Sullivan. Now, Mike is the Vice President of Writers USA, and that group is putting together their annual Celebrate and Protect the Second Amendment event right here in Arizona on the lawn of the Arizona State Capitol building. Good stuff coming up.
Don Collier here.
Can barely see that one.
You won't get fooled at Pot of Gold Auction. They're the genuine article. Pot of Gold auctions off guns, coins, jewelry, and antiques of every kind. Stop in and see my friends Dan and Cheryl Todd in Avondale, Arizona for some live auction action. Or check them out on the web at potofgoldestate.com.
Auctions take place the first and third Tuesday of every month and are full of a great mix of antiques, collectibles, jewelry, guns, and coins. Visit our beautiful air-conditioned showroom off the I-10 at Dysart Road at 215 East Western Avenue in historic downtown Avondale. You will find a friendly and knowledgeable staff, comfortable chairs, and we even serve free birthday cake at every auction. Or bid from the comfort of your home at potofgoldestate.com. Don't miss out. Everything is going, gone.
All right, that might be about it. Looks like I got a couple I gotta sew some
This is Joey Rocket Shoes,
Velcro onto.
world champion gunslinger and Hollywood gun coach. In the Western, there's always a good guy and a bad guy, and the other guy. I was the good guy, which is why I'm here to tell you about the good folks over at azfirearms.com. They are straight shooters and always give you the best deal in town. azfirearms.com is the biggest little gun shop in Arizona and has something for every single gun enthusiast. Long guns, pistols, hunting, military, law enforcement, home protection, you name it. You've got some guns to sell or trade in and trade up. azfirearms.com are the folks to see. Geez, they bought Canon once. They are family owned and operated, friendly staff, courteous, totally reliable. azfirearms.com will give you the best value for your used guns. So stop in, see my friends Dan and Cheryl Todd at azfirearms.com. Old Town Avondale on the I-10 and Dysart Road. Tell them Joey Rocket Shoes Dylan sent you.
Thanks for sticking around. You are with Gun Freedom Radio, where we engage, we educate, and we inform. We are brought to you by azfirearms.com, your nationwide hometown gun shop. If you've missed any portion of today's show, please go to our website, gunfreedomradio.com. Click the On Demand tab and binge listen to your heart's content all of the episodes we have posted there. And when you want to put a face with a voice, click on the Guest tab. You'll find photos and bios and links to all of the work of all of the guests we've ever had on. It's a wonderful resource, and no, we don't hate it. We need some time there. All right, our next guest is Mr. Sullivan.
There's a reason I wanted to get this done.
Of Writers
He's going to touch up
USA.
black. Yeah, you get those little black bluing pens, no?
He is a firm believer in the Constitution,
Little pens
the Bill
that
of Rights, the
clean it up.
rule of law, and government by the people. Writers USA is organizing their annual Celebrate and Protect the Second Amendment event Saturday, February 16th, and he
That was
is here to
yesterday.
tell us more about that. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Good morning, Cheryl. How are you today?
Very well. Very excited to chat with you. And I think, I want to go back before we go forward. And I want to ask you, I mean, just in that lead-in, we get such a sense of this passion you have for our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. And, I don't know if we're losing that as each new generation comes or not. I pray we're not. But I wanted to ask you, why is that? Why are these two documents, these founding documents, so misunderstood? And why are they still, what can we say to the younger generations? What can that they are still as important today as they were over 200 years ago?
Well, I
Hey, Paige, I'm just taking some pieces of carpet and felt that I had that were rectangles and they were impossible to take pictures of because they're rectangles and everything on Instagram is a square. So I folded the rectangles into more square shapes and that turned it into a big giant book. So kind of like a portfolio. So that maybe a 2 foot by 2 foot panel, and I've got 4 pages, so that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2 by 2 foot panels to put patches on. So we've got one with the Old West stuff and my Arizona stuff. We've got one with just kind of a random stuff, a bunch of Angelina's patches, some random ones that I've just collected from here and there that are kind of orange, white, and green. Then we got a bunch of Gun Channels ones and a bunch from the tour, stuff, places that I've been and gun shops and stuff that had patches. Then it's just a bunch of random ones from like SHOT Show, some white, some gray, some red, some orange, some black, into green and blue, and then some Air Force, I guess. I don't know what these are. Like giant, you know how Air Force dudes always have giant patches because they can't have enough patches, so they got to have giant ones. They're these giant, like Global Strike Command and 612th Combat Ops Division, and some kind of racist skull. Anyhow, so I've just been collecting a bunch of them, had a big pile of them, and this way I can start doing the tactical quiz again with different patch panels. I was going to try to count them and see if there's 360 here so we could do a 2019 pod patch of the day giveaway. I don't think there's 300 here though.
That's exactly what we fought.
Patriot, you count them.
This top down,
I'm gonna go see if there's
down, the royals were handing down what they would allow the peasantry, right, to do.
And that's kind of what it seems to be, and that's, I think, if you look at it today, I mean, these people 200 years ago, they didn't have the technology and the things we have, today at their fingertips, but they were pretty darn smart, coming up with some of these things, and, like you said, they fled tyranny, and they didn't want that to happen here, and that was one of the big arguments before the Constitution was even written, was how strong do we want the federal government to be? Because we've seen what strong federal government do, and that is where tyranny comes in when the federal government is too strong.
So true. So this right to keep and bear arms, right? The Second Amendment. Of course, we know, you and I know, it's a God-given right. It's not given by the government, as you were just saying. And those of us that do keep and bear arms, we get why it's important. We understand all of that. But people that maybe are on the
SB?
fence about this whole gun thing,
Or QS.
Maybe they've already tipped over into the, well, guns are bad way of thinking, and they're not gun owners now, ever, or yet. What can we say to them? Why is this right so important to keep and bear arms?
Well, I think that any of them are God-given rights, that we have as human beings. There are certain inalienable rights that we are born with. And, one of those is certainly self-protection.
And I would just, I always, I think education is really the key. If you get too much, you know, in social media and this and that, and, you know, this ends up being a partisan issue. You know, the Democrats and the Republicans, it's really not a partisan issue, and if people would just,
You ever come into Modesto, California? I don't know. Where's Modesto, California?
you know, the noise out there and educate yourself and look into it and stop just taking everything you hear on the
So there is a bunch.
social media or wherever you're getting your news and study it yourself if you're really concerned with it, because that's the key to keeping a democratic republic is the people are involved and they have to be somewhat educated to understand what these issues are. And I think the Second Amendment is no different. Educate yourself. Educate yourself on what these firearms are. I mean, you may or may not like them personally, but you really have to look at it and say, what was the intent of that amendment being put in there? And then discuss those issues and then make a decision based on knowledge instead of just, you know, listening to what other people are saying.
Emotion, so much emotion involved in that. And so often on this show, I tell the listeners, I kind of hope you're sort of disagreeing with something that
Turtle, how does that
what
supposed to
my
help me,
guest is
dude?
saying, because if you're disagreeing, then you're mentally engaged. And once you're mentally engaged, I hope that feeds a hunger to go and find out more for yourself, just like you're encouraging. I do think that is so, so important. So other than that, which is huge, just owning your own knowledge, you know, finding out for yourself so you know why you believe what you believe. What can the average citizen do to defend and protect not just even the Second Amendment, the First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, all of their rights?
Again, I think that the key is, one is educate yourself and get involved. And vote. You know, that's another thing in this country, in good election.
All right. Well, there's a bunch of patches.
You know, of the electorate eligible that actually vote. So almost half the country doesn't.
There's a bunch of patches that will be going up for the tactical quiz. And I will continue to put some Velcro on some others. And then we'll have new tactical quiz patch panels. So it all wraps up into this nice booklet, portfolio type thing. Very cool. Wow, that took 42 minutes. There you go. So, 42 minutes. Thanks for watching. There's probably something going on gun channels. It's probably way more interesting than this. You could go watch. Let's see what these comments said.
There's a responsibility to have freedom, and your responsibility is to be a good citizen. And a good citizen is involved in the process. What at a minimum would be to vote. Absolutely. You know, tap that if you want to get involved in things like the Second Amendment.
Dang it. All right, what do these things say?
CPL in Arizona does a great job at the state level on, firearm rights. There's all kinds of groups.
There's a bunch of comments in here. I'm going back.
If you join, get involved, and be proactive.
Oh, there's a lot of comments. All right, I'm going to start looking at comments, but I got to go get something. I'll be right back. Here, I'll make it so you can look at something more interesting than that.
People show up when there's
How many do you already have or not?
some legislation happening rather than being, proactive like the Arizona Citizens Defense League is. They're constantly working at our state legislature with our legislators to make sure that we don't have these laws passed and we all rise up and say, well, hey, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
Because we were asleep at the wheel and we're not involved in that process, then shame on us.
No doubt. Well, we just have about a minute left, but I want to talk about, a reaction in a good way, a celebration of our rights. And your group, and we're pairing up with you this year for the first time, and we're so excited about it. This celebration of our Second Amendment rights, it's an event that's happening on Saturday, February
That was
16th. It's at the Arizona State Capitol on the lawn there of the Capitol building. And it is called Celebrate and Protect.
Just even though I was outside.
Can you just kind of tell us a little bit more about what that's about, what people can expect, and
All right.
how they can get involved?
Well, I think it's, Riders USA has been, having this event.
Try to read these comments to this phone thing.
I think this is the 6th or 7th year.
All right, that's that dude saying goodbye. He put in like some kind of foreign money, $17 in foreign money.
Certainly, there's a lot of people that are already involved in this.
If you give somebody 17 millimeters worth of foreign money from Europe, does that mean I owe money? Is that some kind of scam?
We have a great lineup of speakers. We're not just talking about, it's not just going to be talking about firearms. There's a great.
All right, pumpkin gun is the Glocktober one.
Talking about some of the legal
That's this one.
some of the self-protection.
So this was like Glocktober, third year of Glocktober. We've had a couple of Glocktobers already. This was one of them. I think I put the date on here. This one says Gen 2, so this was the second Glocktober. I don't have any first Glocktobers. They don't exist. I mean, I have them in my collection, but there are no extra Glocktobers from the first one. Then that was the second one, and then that was the third one. And then we didn't do any more Glocktobers. I got ideas for another Glocktober, though. So, what the hell? Am I going to go over the top every time? Okay, so there's that European money. I don't even know what DKK $7.17 is.
Motorcycle Club, Riders USA. You're all going to meet. I
So
don't
let's
personally
see.
own a motorcycle, so I'll be.
When nothing is free, is it'll be
waiting
Star Trek. Already said
for all
that.
of you to arrive in your procession, but you're all gonna gather together at a local park called Encanto Park.
Reloading
11
press. That's
a.m.,
probably a good idea.
And kickstands are up at 11:45, and you're all gonna come roaring in on your big, beautiful chariots.
I have a single
to
patch.
the actual Capitol location, and
That's
that's
cool.
when the event starts from noon to 2. Am I correct about all that?
That's correct. So
And
the
that was your
motorcycle
mark on the
team is
Kimber.
at Encanto Park, which is on 15th Avenue, a couple of 3 miles from the Capitol. And we usually have, 3 or 4 dozen motorcycles meet up with us.
There's when Patriot jumped in.
Straight down Washington, a lot of big flags flying, and it's.
Well, this isn't for collecting. This is Relativity saying we have a patch folio. This is, like I was saying, this is for the tactical quiz. These are giveaway patches.
It's always a great fun. People.
Let's see.
Absolutely. Just a super fun. I hope in the
I'm
weather.
seeing
should be-
stuff.
February in Arizona is gorgeous.
Looks like it's gonna be in the mid-60s.
And there's the thing about Modesto, California, which doesn't help.
Yeah, cannot beat it. Fun, family, celebration, learning.
Central Valley in
just doesn't
California. I
get
don't know what
any
that
better
means
than that.
either.
Thank you
No,
so
we're
much
not
for
from California. We don't know all those things. You got to say San Francisco, LA, or San Diego. That's all we ever know. Sacramento and San Diego is. Oh, so if it's way down by San Diego, I'll eventually go down to San Diego.
Great, and we've had a huge response this year, so we're looking for a really large crowd down there at the Capitol on February 6th.
Canic patch. Where's the canic patches at? Oh, there's a couple. There's one.
Mike Sullivan of Writers USA. Bye-bye.
Right.
All right, stick around on the other side of this.
Eating fish
probably
sticks
brief
with
message.
barbecue
I think I'm
sauce?
running a little long. Is Tyler Izagarian. He's going to be
Do it ship to California? Yes.
Another big event, the Defending Freedom Action Summit, coming up in April in Virginia.
It's $2.57. Right on. And then, do you have any 5.56 NATO patches? No, I never did any U.S. ones. There's some other people that have done them, but they look kind of dumb. I've thought about it, but they're kind of tough. I was going to do ammo cans one time.
Firearms.com, your nationwide hometown gun
If you
shop.
come from San Diego, it's an hour from. Oh well, Sacramento is by
He's the president and
like
founder of the Second Amendment
halfway to San Francisco, right? That's pretty far north. It'll probably be a while before I dig into California for a long time. I don't mind going in a couple of days at a time, but it's creepy living without any kind of protection.
Defending Freedom Action Summit.
All right, well, that's
Virginia.
video, and then
April. We are
like I say, a whole
excited
bunch
to
of new
have you
patches.
on
I'll
board the show, Tyler.
take some pictures and put them on the Instagram.
Young Carol's always
Thanks everybody for watching, and go check out stuff over on Gun Channels.
You are